Good morning. Morning. How's everybody doing? It's 7:39 in Chicago. It is January 14th. Already coming to the middle of the month, guys. Already coming up to the middle of the month. PPI numbers were just out pretty much in line. Um, yeah, they were right on line. The futures hasn't really moved. All right. Uh, Maybe some more volatility. We got the banks here. Now we got Wells Fargo gets another miss. We got J.P. Morgan kind of missed yesterday. I think the banks are still very strong. I think they can take a earnings hit. Um, so a little lower here on Wells Fargo this morning. I think the banks are still pretty solid. Um, Tack is just going to continue to chop. Triple Q's just a mess yesterday. And then Diamonds kind of falling apart on us a little bit. We got Shooter down on week now. All right, with what do we got? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We got 3 days to try to fix that. I don't know about that. We'll see. All right. What else? Saks Fifth Avenue is filing for bankruptcy. We're not going to have them anymore to kick around. All right. And some retail numbers were out this morning, and the retail numbers were better. So we're going to keep an eye on retail today, see if something's moving on there. I got a couple of these cyber stocks that I'm watching here: Okta, OKTA, and Checkpoint. They both got an upgrade here this morning. Morgan Stanley, I believe. So I don't know. That CrowdStrike is not really doing too much. Fortinet was lower here today too. So we'll see what happens with that. All right. So I'm just going to go through the futures here. Again, full knowing that we just got these PPI numbers now. So SPY comes back in a tad. There you go. This has been your overnight right here. Chop, 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 chop. All right, still chopping here. All right. So we're gonna keep our eyes out for the vol, though. We'll see if anything starts to break, and I don't see it. I think I heard this morning that the Supreme Court's going to start taking on these tariffs business. So be aware of that. All right, be aware of that. Anything could come out at any given time. I think if they said that like you can't do that. We'll see what happens there. We could get a rally out of that. All right, so we'll see what happens here. Spies, this is where we're at right here, guys. All right, 691.32. We're coming off of that high that we made right here at 696.09. So we're about $3. We're about I'm sorry uh, almost around $5 lower off of the highs here, and this is our SPY. Want to pay attention. You're still inside. You have the inside day today. All right. So the actionable, and we're going to be inside that. All right. So we're going to see if we can break below that 691.03. We're going to have a 1-1 here to start the day. Right on the SPY, definitely with the 1-1. All right, on the daily. Same thing here, chopping. Not getting out of the Chopville anytime soon with the AIs and the whole group. Salesforce took a real bad hit yesterday. It's lower again this morning. So IBM is a little bit heavier this morning too on that move. So here's your cues on the day. Yesterday, stuck in the middle with use tells us that it's undecided. It is red. So it continues to be, a little bit bearish here. We are still supporting our month and our week. Okay, I start to see a shooter starting to form there a little bit, but we'll see. But the diamonds has got a really shooter down that's telling us something. All right, but 3 days to go can be fixed. Now I don't know if that's going to happen, obviously. But 3222 right here, still just chopping, guys. All right, still chopping. I think the market's still good. But I think that maybe we're coming into a little bit more vol, and that's why I'm going to stick with my staples. I'm going to stick with my XLPs and my Colgates and my Coca-Colas. XLP holding up pretty well here. Okay, this is all garbage. You don't get much of a look there, but look at this. All right, we had the nice move up here. They're down for a year and a month. They're starting to get better. Right? We finally look at this. We got an outside month here now on XLP. All right, so we've made a pretty decent move. All right. And there probably will be a pullback coming back in there too. All right, but I think the staples are better. I still think they're going to stay better. Colgate, I'm in Colgate. All right, I'm in Colgate. I'm in Coca-Cola. I'm in Monster. What else do I have? I got Diageo. That one's been moving pretty good for me. I think I could still stick with Walmart with the retail numbers a little better today. I got Target a little bit better here now. I'd be careful with Target, but I think maybe 110 can be in the cards for Target. All right, so there's your Colgate. Nice day upper there. Continuation to the upside. Coca-Cola went out on the highs the other day. All right, there's a nice one there. All right, Coca-Cola and trading pretty well here. All right, so we looked for pullbacks on these, and we wait to see if they can turn around and get it going again. Watch your 60s and watch your 30s. If you're day trading, if you're holding a position, then you know what to do. You got to protect that position. You got to get your stops in there and do your thing. All right, so Coca-Cola is better here this morning. Diageo, what's doing that there this morning? 90.31 coming back up from 89.93. All right, so staples, I think, stay good. You're going to see some pressure down on your banks here, but I don't see the banks breaking by any stretch. But banks are coming back down on the dailies. All right, as we get more into the earnings. All right, and what do you got? BlackRock today after the we got BlackRock tomorrow. We got Bank America and Citigroup coming after the close today. We already had Wells Fargo this morning. And then tomorrow we got Morgan Stanley, Goldman Sachs, and BlackRock. All right, so far they've been downers. Maybe that's the trend. Maybe that's your friend. All right, so keep an eye on that. XLF has been coming down. All right, so I don't know if you want to be in that group right now, but if they start to break, we definitely want to be looking as to where is there support levels in the stocks that you're looking at, and then we look at those support levels and we see if the market's going to firm up. All right. So we'll see what happens with that. All right. So staples are better. Roblox had a good day yesterday on that XLC Communications. This one, like Disney, fell apart here. 2 down yesterday. It went outside on the day here on XLC now. So took out the highs, took out the lows. So you're going to come inside here somewhere right now about 116.36. All right. So you're going to be handily in there. You're looking to take that down, guys. All right, we're looking to take that 3-2 back down. All right, and then when you look at those, you look at Meta. Meta coming back down here. It was higher on the overnight, but it's down right now. All right, trading at 626.75. That's still going to be inside day here. Or are you breaking it? No, you're going to be inside day on Meta. All right, so Meta, and then I'll give you one more. Netflix is in that group as well. And then that Disney. Netflix goes outside on the day, so you're going to get Sneaky Pete in here somewhere. You're going to be 3-1, and we see where that comes from there. And Disney, it was looking like it was going to go to 119. It was looking great. It made a nice move. It got all the way back up to 115 and puke. Now, it did try to hammer back up yesterday, but it's down again this morning at 112.48. We're going to be inside day, so sit tight. Like Disney, I'm saying like 102. 102 if they start to break, man. 102 at least. Okay. So again, I'm looking at the Nvidias in the world and the Metas of the world, and they continue to chop up. Microsoft is a little bit lower here, closed at 470.67. It's trading about $2 lower right now. Just they're going to continue to chop. Apple's a little lower. Every time they rally, they break and they come back down. So what I was talking about yesterday is that watch on the chops when they start to break. When you start to see them see that choppiness, once you start to see them is not going as lower down as they were going in the past, you got to pay attention to that. Because as they start to get out, they'll kind of tighten up a little bit, and then we'll see if they So embrace the chop. I say it all the time. All right, watch the chop because the chop's going to tell you where they're going to go. All right. And it's it's hard to watch them all. All right, pick one or two that you're going to look at. All right, I mean I got three big monitors here, so I got a lot of stocks that I'm looking at. All right. So what else here? All right. So I'm liking the staples. I'm going to be keeping an eye on a couple of these cybers this morning. We'll see. I like Okta and Checkpoint. I don't know if they're going to go up or anything. We'll see here if there's let's see where Okta is right off the bat here. All right, so Okta was a shooter down on day. All right, so there you go. Trading at 95.45, you are going to be handily inside day, guys. If it's inside day, you don't touch. You don't touch anything inside day. All right. Don't do it. Don't do it. Stay out. All right. So Okta and then the other one was CHKP. I've been talking about them, and then I saw these came up, so I had to chat them up. A little lower here on the overnight now. It's just chopping around here as well. So we'll see if anything comes out of that. All right, so retail a little better. All right, Walmart. If you're in Walmart, stay in Walmart. There's no reason to get out of Walmart. I think Target's got 110, 111 in it. I think there's still a little bit more room for Target. All right, and then a couple names on the that we're looking at this morning. Chiners, good day yesterday. Kind of gave up a lot at the end of the day on the BABA. Right back up to 170. All right, so BABA, look for China. China's been moving pretty good. All right, coming back down now to 170. All right, so we're going to be real close here, guys. 170.83. That looks to take day up on BABA. All right, and then you watch the Billy Baru. Billy. All right, there's your Billy. All right, Billy Baru. All right, Billy Baru and you too. Coming back in with the shooter down yesterday, 32.90, guys. All right, that's taking day up. All right, so China's a little better here. Be careful with them. And then if you're in the silver and gold guy party, the party's raging. If the what does he say? If the door, what is it? If it ain't rocking. I'm trying to figure it out. I'll get that one. If the places are rocking, don't go a knocking. All right. So silver and gold just continue to move higher here. I gotta say you gotta see $100 with this thing at this point, right? Annie M is continuing to go higher here on your Newmont. Newmont's all tied into gold there. Here's a couple like Coeur d'Alene. Look at this thing, $20. I thought I would never see Coeur d'Alene at $20. All right. Here's a little guy that kind of, I don't know, this one, BTG. When are you gonna get going here? All right. It's been a chop, boy. I tell you. Coming from here today, trading a little bit, 468. You can B2 gold too if you like. All right, and then there's AU Amex Gold. All right, Anglo Gold coming back in, but higher again today. Closed at 976, trading at $100. All right, metals continue to move higher. If you're not already in them, I don't know. You know what? I made some money on silver, and I've been really cautious to go back in with the money that I made with the silver. I do not want to give back. All right, so I can't chase it up at 87 bucks. You know, and I don't even really have a good idea where the pullback comes back on that one, but we'll try to keep an eye on that one. All right, so going into today, I say probably more of a choppy day, a little bit more volatility today for sure, I think. And Saks Fifth Avenue's closing. We know that Wells Fargo. The futures are down, but they're not down bad. They're down, 0.3%. Not much going. We'll see if Rob Locks can put up another good day. How about that? All right. Rob Locks had a nice day, man. Can you give us another day, Rob Locks? Rob Locks needs to do that. Okay, this thing needs to give us another big day up. So 84.50, guys, 84.50, 80.60, sitting right near yesterday's highs. This thing, look what's going on. Look at this hammer on the month now. All right, that can go in force. All right. Looking pretty good here on Rob Locks, but we know what can happen. All right, but I'm in there. I'm staying in. I wanted to take another nice day up. All right, I'm gonna leave it at that. All right, so everybody, be good. I'll definitely try to get something in during the day. It gets a little crazy during the day. All right, so. But either way, I get back to you at some point during the days. All right, so everybody just be good. Be good.